Creepy, weird, out of touch, a disaster. Those are just some of the ways Donald Trump's pick for vice president is being described by political opponents and even Republican critics. According to some polling, J.D. Vance has the lowest favorability rating of any vice presidential nominee since the 1980s. The Ohio senator's staunch anti-abortion stance, as well as recently resurfaced comments he made branding U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and women without kids as childless cat ladies who wanted to make the country miserable, are adding fuel to the debate.
We had a great rally with incredible energy with President.
Let's get more on this from Greg Swenson. He's the chair of the Republicans Overseas UK. He joins us now from the U.S. state of Colorado. Good to have you on the show. Now, J.D. Vance's campaign debut has gotten off to a rocky start. Even some high-profile Republicans are questioning Trump's pick. Do you think he's the right person for the job?
Well, first of all, I don't think that the vice presidential candidate really matters that much. The only time historically where it's really perhaps swung an election was in 1960 or 64 when LBJ was chosen by John Kennedy. I'm sorry, 1960. And then, that mattered because it was a way to unify the Democrat Party and bring in the Southern Democrats that JFK so badly needed to win that election. So I'm not sure it really matters. And yes, I was hoping that President Trump would pick someone that could reach a different lane in the party. And, I think J.D. Vance has an appeal to the sort of, Trump loyalists. And so that doesn't really expand. But on the other hand, he's young. He's 39 years old. That's going to appeal to young voters. There's a real swing especially in young men that are now supporting Republicans and supporting President Trump. That's going to help solidify that wing of the Republican voter base. And then, of course, you have the fact that he's from Ohio. He's from a Rust Belt state. I think that helps. Doesn't necessarily matter in Ohio because that's clearly a red state now, but it borders Pennsylvania and Michigan, and I think it will help with the three critical swing states: Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan.
But it surely is, sorry to interrupt you there, but it surely is a bad sign when Democrats are more excited about your party's pick for VP than your own party, isn't it?
Yeah, look, this is not a perfect candidate in terms of fitting into some, philosophical wing of the party. So I think, he has some appeal. I think he'll do well with those swing states. And I think there are some traditional conservatives that are disappointed because JD is more of a populist type candidate philosophically. He's actually more for, bigger government. He's sort of a big government conservative as opposed to a small government Reagan conservative. So, but look, it's a party of the big tent. I think we have room for different opinions. I might not agree with JD on everything, but I do think he's a good candidate and he's a really good person.
Mm-hmm. This is causing a division of sorts among the Republican Party, though, at a moment where I'm assuming you would want to portray unity. So how can we get beyond this? Is there a way for Mr. Vance to revamp his image, or is the line just going to be, well, the VP doesn't matter all that much anyway?
Yeah, no, I think what I saw at the convention last week or 2 weeks ago in Milwaukee was pretty amazing. The party was very unified, and he was announced as the candidate, I think, on the first day on Monday. So I thought there was a lot of unity in the party and at the convention. So I think a lot of this is just maybe the media in the U.S. that's supporting the Democrats, and that's one of the flaws of the model right now. President Trump and Vice President Harris are both deeply flawed candidates. President Trump has never polled over 50. He's maxed out at 47. So, this is not the perfect candidate in many ways. However, the unity in the party was pretty well demonstrated, and even though both candidates have challenges, President Trump is not going to have the media on his side. So I think that's one of the real challenges we face.
Greg Swenson with Republicans Overseas UK. Many thanks.
Great. Sorry about the dog. Thanks a lot.